Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here in the back room of Norman's Rare Guitars. Welcome back to another brand new episode of Guitar of the Day.
Woo!
We were playing with the idea of we're going to have some celebrity guest hosts come in and do some episodes of Guitar of the Day. And I was like, whoa, Skip Thumpin' Thursday? Yeah, I'm in. So for the first time ever, I bring to you the first celebrity host of Guitar of the Day. He is the most recorded guitar player in the history of music, which makes him the most recorded guitar player on earth, I would say, in the universe. But who the hell knows? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it over to the one and only Mr. Tim Pierce. Tim, come on in.
Hey guys, maybe the most recorded guitar player in Tarzana, maybe? I don't know, and I'm a neighbor, so this is easy for me. What we've got here today is, it's a surprise, wait for it, 2001 Gibson L-5CES.
Ooh.
Now, it's not an ordinary guitar because this belonged to Les Paul, and Norm purchased it at an auction. And it was a really great auction. In the morning, the guitars that were being auctioned were not that expensive. And by about noon, they started to escalate. So Norm got this before everything went crazy. So it's actually a really well-priced guitar. It's got the flower pot inlay, multiple binding, ebony fretboard, solid spruce carved top, maple sides and back. And the back almost seems like you could put your hand through, right? It's got like that translucent kind of thing where when I go like this I can really
Super cool.
it looks like it has depth to it. So Gibson probably gave Les Paul their best one of these at that moment. And there's lots of case candy from the auction, which is really cool. And then there's this book. Here's the book of the auction. All this comes with the guitar. And voila. This guitar has its own page.
Wow.
And man, I've spent a little bit of time with this book. It's so fascinating. I mean, I learned so much about Les Paul from this book, and from looking online, of course. He was an amazing inventor. You know, he invented the Les Paulverizer, which was the original looper. And then, of course, we all know he's credited with inventing multi-track recording. And the great thing about my deal with Norm is Guitar of the Day, for me, means I borrow the Guitar of the Day for a day. So I'm going to take this thing and see how it sounds in my studio. So, and then it'll be back here, ready for anybody who wants this really great guitar that's also a great piece of memorabilia.
Woo! That was cool.
So it was so fun to bring this guitar home for the day. I made a little track. First I did the chords. And for the chords, there was no DTL. Now the lead had a little bit of slap on it, because a lot of the Les Paul stuff I listened to, he was into using slap at times. And even the version of this that I found of him and Mary Ford, I think there was a little slap on it. More than that, there was his Les Paulverizer, which was actually adding harmonies at the same time he was playing. I don't know quite how he did that, but pretty amazing. So the rhythm, you know. And there's actually a little bit of dirt on all the sounds. I don't like totally clean sounds. I'm more of a rock DNA guy. So even when I do something that's swing or approaching jazz, I wouldn't call this jazz, but it's definitely swing, I like to hear a little amp distortion on everything. So even the rhythm part has amp distortion. So I put down the rhythm. And then I added another track that went... And I was playing to a click, and so finally after that I did a little drum part on the guitar, and Les Paul actually did that too. He played drum parts on his guitar. Reverb off for that. So you put all these things together and you get... Oh, I forgot too, I did, for the count I did... This is a Glenn Miller song, but I got it from a version of that Les Paul and Mary Ford did, where they have a conversation about him getting a job. It's easy to find. You should check it out if you get a chance. So this guitar, it really sounds fat and warm, and I found that the pickups are really pretty open sounding. They have a lot of bell-like quality to them, which I was surprised about. Like I said, for the lead, I did a slap delay. Other than that, there's not much on it. The actual gain is coming from my, this is an updated version of a microamp, and that's going into my trusty divided by 13 downstairs to the vault with a 4x12, a couple of microphones, and that's it. But this is the kind of stuff I do all day. It's real easy. This is my Les Paulverizer. It's called Pro Tools, and so I make tracks with this and play on tracks with this all the time. Click the link below if you want to check out my online masterclass. I always loved Earth, Wind & Fire. I still do. And so anytime I can put together some chords that sound like Earth, Wind & Fire, I do. The fun thing about this is I turned on the octaver, the Boss octaver, for the bass part. So all of a sudden I'm a bass player. And I actually used the treble pickup on this one. On the other song, it was the bass pickup, but this, it seems to have just the right amount of mid-range without any nasalness to it. It's a really good sounding pickup in this guitar. I mean, this was Les Paul's guitar, so you know if they gave it to him, or if he got it from him, it was probably the best one they had at the time. So anyway, this is fun. This is going back to Norm's, but it was a great thing to have for a day. Check out normansrareguitars.com. or on Instagram at Norman's Rare Guitars, or check out my masterclass if you get a chance. The link is down below if you want lessons.